back to another video. Welcome back to another episode of the Simple Pink Kitten TV. It's your girl Danielle, otherwise known as the Pretty Kitty. Now guys, today we're gonna go a little bit into a video about something that has been affecting our women. And as you know, my channel is mostly about inspiring women and girls, and motivating women and girls and inspiring grown men. And guys, I know it's been a while since you have not seen me. I have been off the radar for a little bit, making things right and also getting my stuff together. Now guys, let's go right into the video. Now you know that we have two main sources of income where the young people that provides job for the young people in Jamaica. And I want to talk a little bit about what the government is doing to help us and what they can do to help us better. And also, I want to talk a little bit more about what is really affecting our women in the industry. Our women are being degraded in the hotel industry. And I say the hotel industry because I have worked at several hotels before, several places before, and these are some patterns that keep happening, which I wanted to talk about it a few years back, but I never had the platform to speak out against it, and I also never had the support. Yes, so the two places, we have the tourist industry and we have the call center that provides job for our young people. And some of the things that these women has to do, even men has to go through to put food on their children's table, to provide for the family, to pay bills and stuff, regardless you have a degree, regardless you have a good education, it does not matter. These are some of the patterns that young people and young women especially has to go through in order to accumulate and keep a job. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the persons who are in charge, and they are the main source of our problem, where they have no regard, they have no conscience, they degrade women in the most inhuman way because of ego and pleasure, and as long as it's sexual gratification, and I want to talk a little bit about that because I too would have been a victim of such if I did not have my head screwed on my body and I did not have my dignity and my pride to protect. If I did not know the purpose of self-worth, I could have been a victim of such. And that is one of the reasons why I want to talk about it, because I have seen women gone through it. I have seen women are still going through it, and me as myself almost went through it if I did not stood my ground. No guys, we have some monsters in the industry that take advantage of people who are the less fortunate and people who does not have a whole lot, people who do not have a strong background, or some people may call it link. You have some of these women have to be sleeping with some of these superiors in the industry because they want to keep their job and they want to keep feeding their kids and they want to keep providing for their kids. And I know that many persons have not spoken about it, or people don't speak out against it, but I think the government could do a lot more in where the hotel industry is concerned to protect persons who actually work for the tourist industry. As you know, it's a big part of our economy, and persons need their jobs, persons need to keep their job, and persons need to feed their children. And I think that the persons who are in charge can do a whole lot in protecting these people against sexual harassment in the workplace, even though it does not seem like that, because we all know the rules. Sexual harassment is any unwanted sex or sexual encounter to anybody who, any unwanted sexual contact to anyone, if you make anybody feel uncomfortable in any way just to suit your sexual gratification. That's sexual harassment. But what we don't understand is there is something called something called blackmailing, and sometimes people do these things in order to feed their kids, and a desperate mother who knows that, listen, I have my children, they didn't go and find themselves where they're at because they want to be here. I was the one who go ahead and bring them in this world, so I have to do whatever it takes to make sure I take care of them. And some of these men, they take advantage of that, and they know that a lot of them, you know, they ask questions like how many kids you have, and stuff like is the dad in their life, what is your social structure like, what is your home like, because they want to feel it out to see how weak you are to take. Right, so you have persons who have been going through this a whole lot at times because they have to do whatever it takes to make ends meet for their children, and we need to stop that, because I know that the person in charge can do a whole lot in stopping some of these things that has been going on. Even though the hotels, they told it, oh, it's an open door policy and we're here for you and you can just speak out against it, people will, nobody's getting in trouble for it. Nobody is going to help you. At the end of the day, they're going to look at the fact that, listen, oh, he's a manager, oh, he can do this, oh, he can do that. Because at the end of the day, when you are down here at the bottom, you are nothing but a foot cloth. And this is what I remind myself every single day. And sometimes we have to tell ourselves things in order to push through and to be motivated to accomplish more. Women, you have to tell yourself that you are invisible if you are poor. You are invisible if you don't have it. And that is some of the things that you have to do to move forward. But I just want to encourage you that there are persons out here who will, even if it's a small group, we are out here, a lot of persons are out here to support you if you are going through any sort of harassment within your workplace. And that is a big deal, because person has to be doing things that they would not have done on a normal basis if they did not have to do certain things to pay their bills and take care of their children. And we need to stop it. I mean, the men, they need to stop it. It's not nice. It's not good. It's degrading to women. It speaks a whole lot about you men who are supposed to be protecting them, and the men who are at a higher level. And not only women go through it, men go it through. Gay men who come in the industry, they have to be sleeping with head of authorities because they're gays as well, in order to accumulate and keep again their job. So it's not only women that has been going through this for a very long time. I think persons need to look into it. I think persons need to give people a fair chance, because trust me, it's not a case where you're gonna be like, oh, it's open door policy, so they can talk about it or they can get help. No, it's not like that. It's a policy where if you talk about it and if you don't comply, then you don't have a job tomorrow. If you don't comply, all of a sudden your evaluation is bad. If you don't comply, all of a sudden you are doing so much bad. Find a way to push you out of the system, because they want to, because if you're not doing what pleases them, and mind you, these people are getting paid a lot of money to work, so I don't see that. And if you're not pleasing them, they push you out. If you're not doing what they say, they push you out. And it's modern day slavery. Back in the days, you know, we used to have men who does things like this for the women, to the women, in order for them to do something. But in industry, in society today, women still have to be sleeping with these men to provide for their kids. And that is the reason why it goes back to some of these men who don't take care of their family. When you get a family, you run away from your family, you don't take care of them, you leave them pregnant, you leave them with kids, you leave them with a lot. And I believe that sometimes it can be stopped. Some of this can be controlled, because some of these men, they can stop and take care of their family so that the woman won't have it so hard to be doing all these things in order to maintain and support their children. Because I don't see why I should be hired to serve people and give a good customer service, and then at the same time I'm hired to do that. And as much as prostitution is sort of illegal in the country, it is also prostitution in the workplace, because you have to be doing things other than the work that you're paid and hired to do in order to keep your job. And I don't think it is wise. I don't think it is good. I don't think it is nice. I do not think it is appropriate, and it's degrading to women. So I'm asking for some persons to come on board, look into this, go in, do some deep search, do the right thing, find out from the experts. Sometimes they're afraid to come forward because not a lot of persons like confrontation. People are afraid of confrontation sometimes, and they're going through it. They have to be doing things to maintain it, and it's tiring and it's pressuring. I know persons who are still going through it. I know a person who went through it, and I myself almost gone through it if I did not have a little self-worth that is left within me. And sometimes it's a root, and sometimes it's the love that you get that was instilled in you from you were a child. Now guys, I know this video was a little rushy, and I also know that it's been a while since you have not seen me. I have been seeing this going on a lot. I have a lot that I need to talk about. I have so much. My women empowerment movement is still on, and we are just doing a little pause right now because we are getting some equipment together so that we can go out and do some charity work. So like, comment, share, subscribe, watch the video, tell a friend, tell another friend, let a friend tell another friend. Let them know that the Simple Pink Kitten is here. And thank you, Han, for the bracelet. I really liked it. Yes guys, so just tell people about this video. Let them know that we are here for each other. Just let them know that we're here. We are here. We got you. Queens, remember to keep strong, keep fighting, keep motivated, keep your head screwed on, because it's real. The pain is real. It's there. It's struggling. Continue to live as an example to inspire little girls, because they copy everything that we do, and help us to continue to push yourself and stand your ground, so that these men will learn to respect you, and not only men, some other women and persons in society will learn to respect you in your workplace, in your home, and all areas. Thank you so much for watching. It was your girl Danielle, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.